Welcome to the Scoochies podcast. How was your D-Day party? No? That's not... Look, we'll talk about other stuff so you don't get upset by that, because I know that it triggers some bad memories for you. Normandy and all that.
You're like 85-year-old lady. I don't know that. Like, that's like a thing. And
people don't even know what D-Day is.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
I mean, that's not a bad thing, but you're like, hey, guys, I hope you enjoyed your D-Day. A lot of people, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. So you can say that again. I just feel like...
I'm leaving all this in. Welcome to the latest episode of Scooch Ovaries! Scooch over.
Hey, can you scooch over?
You want me to scooch over?
Just a little bit. Scooch.
Scooch?
Scooch.
Scooch. Scooch Ovaries! It's just so stupid. It's like saying Happy Laundry Day. It's like just stupid.
I feel like, and I think it's because you're from New York.
Everything gets blamed on my heritage, but go ahead.
Well, and then you have older parents than I had.
Yeah, World War II vet.
You have World War II vets. You were in a different, but I feel like you just, like you perpetually live in like 1950s, and it's
I
charming.
prefer the 40s.
Okay, I was
really
going to say 40s, and I thought maybe I'm pushing it.
No, you're good.
So you're like, you guys, breaking news, all you Ethel Merman fans. And I'm like, there are none, Mary.
The 40s were fucking awesome.
2025.
The only bad thing was feminine hygiene. Everything else was fucking awesome. The music, the clothes, the hair. And I'm not talking about Make America Great Again bullshit. I'm talking about just all those musicals and movies from the 40s. Betty Davis, Rosalind Russell, Betty Grable, Claudette Colbert, Jimmy Stewart, Clark Gable. I don't know, I kind of hate you right now.
And that's awesome. That's your point of reference. But, and maybe it's because it's not my point of reference, but it kind of cracks me up when, you're like, oh gosh, so many great memories. There was the Glenn Miller Band and the Swing Town.
Glenn Miller Band. Mills Brothers.
I don't know that's everyone, but we have a vast audience, and so for a lot of people, they're like, "Hey, I know what that girl's talking about. Shut up, the other one. Not everyone's a redneck."
No, well, everyone in my age group doesn't know how to listen to podcasts, so my people are not listening because I'm just not into that podcast thing. I'm like, okay, Grandma, let's go to the library and get you another paperback.
Well, I'm talking about Jimmy Dorsey, so it's on you then.
I don't know. If I could have, I would have had an I Victrola. I'm going to make that joke work someday. Robin, my parents were older, and I appreciate what I learned from them. And because I lost them both now, I tend to hold on tight to all my memories. And funny story, none of them are my memories. They're their memories. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
I hear that old music, and I'm in the car with my mom driving to the gravesite of my dad. How is that a happy memory? Her face lights up, though, when we play those songs. It was so great. She used to really enjoy it. I really enjoyed when the current singers would do tributes and make albums of those songs. Like Linda Ronstadt did it, and Bette Midler did it, and fuck you. And Willie Nelson did it, and a few others. They were called standards. I love that music. It brings a happy memory into my brain. Segments. Let's do some segments.
Because what we're trying to do is talk about current affairs.
Allies in the Axis, like World War II, Normandy, December.
And I don't want to repeat too many episodes, but you and I had the good fortune of recently seeing Linda Ronstadt.
So that's not right, because Linda Ronstadt is not someone we saw. What are you talking about?
She was in Funny Girl.
Do you mean Melissa Manchester?
Damn it.
Linda Ronstadt is currently suffering from MS and not really performing anymore. Okay. But she found it in her heart to make time to say some shit about Trump, so still love you, Linda.
I got Melissa Manchester and Linda Ronstadt, and I'm thinking maybe...
That's the 70s. That's closer to when you should know shit.
I'm thinking maybe the whole time we were at the play.
Did you think that was Linda Ronstadt? Oh, my God.
Because I was like, oh, okay.
Melissa Manchester.
And I do know Melissa Manchester.
She had like one song.
Linda Ronstadt.
Oh my God.
But I think I conflated them the whole night we were at the play.
Oh my God.
I think
this is like the conversation I had with Elizabeth where she didn't know I was talking about Frankie Avalon, so I was talking about Frankie Valli. That was a frustrating conversation.
But at least there's two Frankies. I think I kept thinking Melissa Manchester was Linda Ronstadt. That's why I was like, boy, that really does not look like her. Because it wasn't. So
this makes more sense now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yet we're still friends.
Yeah, we are.
I fucking love Linda Ronstadt.
Oh, I do too.
You know who she is.
Yeah.
You just thought that that's who we were talking about when we were looking at the playbill where it said Melissa Manchester's name on it.
I think in my head, I was like, oh yeah, Melissa Manchester. But in like my mind's eye, I think I was thinking it was Linda Ronstadt.
And just for you guys who have no idea what the fuck we're talking about, I work at the Van Wezel Theater in Sarasota, and they had a Broadway touring production of Funny Girl, and the mother character was played by Melissa Manchester. That was kind of the big name of the show.
And she did a good job.
Robin and I went, and we stayed for the first act, and then we left because it was really cold in there, and it wasn't a good music. Go back to a couple episodes ago when we review it. But that's funny to me because even though you don't know a lot of movies and TV, I assume you know a little music, but we don't ever talk about music, really, you and I.
No, I feel like if music was food,
oh my God,
I feel like you would be like filet mignon and delicious dishes of yore, and I would be all Applebee's. Like I feel like you have a deeper cut of music than I have, because honestly, I'm very cheap when it comes to music. I could be talked into almost anything. Like, I kind of grew up on country music, and I like it. My daughter really got into Broadway musicals.
Yeah.
I like it.
You and I meet at Broadway musical songs. This is where our meeting place is.
I like the pop girlies. I like Taylor. I like Lady Gaga.
Yeah, you and Katie with the Taylor Swift stuff. I remember that for a long time.
I mean, honestly, there's a lot of rap songs I like. I mean, I like Eminem.
Oh, you love the jogging song.
Oh, so I feel like I'm not discerning. I'm like a kid who gets off the New York station with her bags, and I'm looking around, and someone's like, "Hey, kid, do you want to come over here down this dark alley, and I'll give you a good song?" I'm like, "Okay." Like that is how like my music is. Whatever's on, I'm really gonna enjoy it. So I'm not discerning at all.
Okay, and that's cool.
You're like,
I'm not judging
this is where Robin and Harry stop being friends.
No, we're gonna keep being friends because you let me have my feelings. So I'm gonna let you have your lack of musical taste.
It's just there's very few musics that I dislike.
Oh, we don't call it musics. That's not a thing.
I feel like that was maybe Distract. Maybe we kind of already talked about Mr. Roboto. Chased by Pavarotti. Have you been listening to anything with the celebrities these days?
I have. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, not the other boy from the movie, because I sat and watched A Simple Favor 2 or Another Simple Favor.
Oh, was that good?
No, it was horrible. There are so many people in the movie that Blake Lively plays like three. I don't know what's happening. I'm just going to say this real quick and pull it off like a Band-Aid. Did somebody decide that they need to distract us by adding incest to every show now? Is that like a thing?
Gross.
No, she's kissing herself in a scene and it's a sister. What? Game of Thrones. Remember when I complained a million years ago? And then I got annoyed about White Lotus. And now why are two sisters kissing on Another Small Favor? When you got Anna Kendrick right there, you can kiss her, which she does. So why are we going back to the well?
My girl Anna probably doesn't like that. What I think, and I'm really dating myself, and I'm going to be like, catch today. But I think we've gotten nothing's taboo except, like, that's the only thing taboo. Like, so
I'm fine with that being taboo.
The shock factor, like, if someone wants to go for the shock factor, our well's dry. So I think the last thing for the shock factor is like, oh, let's have two brothers whack it. I mean, that's just mine. That's
why you're not going to watch The White Lotus.
Well, I think because like, I know the whole story. I've never watched it. As someone who doesn't watch a lot of TV, I consume a lot of podcasts to talk about TV. So I understand the zeitgeist. But, and that's kind of what I feel like. We've gotten to be such like a society that just runs on shocking. Like, oh, if we say something shocking, and we've been doing that now for like 45 years.
Yeah, you can hear cunt on TV.
Yeah.
Well, not regular TV.
So there's nothing, there's nothing yet left to be shocking.
No. But I feel like the Puritans are going to come and shut everything down because we've hit the wall. There's nothing left.
Well, they got nice buckles and hats. And
I don't know. I just feel like I think we all agree that that's not something we need in our movies. I don't know why.
Well, we can pull it back. I mean, I feel like the last 20 years been doing comedy that's decent and it's not shocking or egregious. No. I think Scooch Ovaries is good people.
We're not shocking.
Yeah, we're not shocked.
Nobody wanted to watch that movie anyway. It went straight to streaming and had 3 or 4 premieres for no reason. And it's not a good movie. The writing is horrible. It just wasn't good. You could have put all that money into Pitch Perfect 4. Why are we wasting my time?
Well, I'm kind of disappointed in Paul Feig because he's had some really, really good movies.
He's the Heat.
Yeah. And
Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
So we're just going to wrap it up. And thank you guys for joining us on the latest episode of Scooch Ovaries. Scooch over.
Hey, can you scooch over?
You want me to scooch over?
Just a little bit. Scooch.
Scooch?
Scooch.
Scooch. Scooch Ovaries.